I have a picture of a dog, but I don't want the background to be part of my t-shirt design. So in this video, I have 5 free methods to remove backgrounds from photographs, illustrations, or graphics. Let's jump in. The first option is Remove.bg, and the website is Remove.bg. Very easy to look at website here. You just upload the image right here on the right-hand side, or you can drop a file. So I'm going to click this Upload Image button. Okay, and then you can see here in real time, Remove.bg is taking the original picture and it just simply removes the background. From here, you do have some simple effects that you can add and you can adjust it, but I'm just going to click this download button and you can download it here for 500 by 500 pixels. That's a free download, or you can download a larger size and you have a pro version. I'm just going to use the free version here, so I'm going to click it. And we can see here that does a pretty good job. Now, Remove.bg does not give you a free large file. However, you can always use an upscale tool to make it larger if you really need it to be a bigger file. Option number 2 is Pixelcut AI. The website is pixelcut.ai. The interface is very similar to ChatGPT. So I'm going to click this little plus button here where I can attach my file. Okay, now I can type in here and say remove background, or I can just click this shortcut button right here that says remove background. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'll click the go button. And we can see here it says background removed. And now I can click on it. I can download it right here. And it looks pretty good. Of course, your mileage may vary depending on the complexity of the image. Option number 3 is in fact ChatGPT. So if you're familiar with ChatGPT, it's pretty easy to use. You just go to chatgpt.com, sign in, and then you have a little button here where you can add files. I'm going to click Add Photos and Files. All right, so I have my dog illustration uploaded, and now I'm just going to type in remove the background, and I'll click go. Typically, I get about between 5 and 10 image generations per day. So it's not unlimited free, but it works really well typically. Another downside to ChatGPT is it does take a while. It can take up to 5 or more minutes to generate an image, but often the results are worth it. While we're waiting for ChatGPT to run, I have a backup, which is Microsoft Copilot. So I actually use this quite a bit. And it's almost the exact same interface. I just click the little plus button, I upload my image, and then I type remove the background, then I click go. This often runs much, much quicker than ChatGPT. Okay, and we can see here Microsoft Copilot's done a really good job. Now this is a white background. However, this is a transparent PNG file. They're just using a white background to display it. This would show up on a t-shirt as a clean, transparent background PNG file. And back in the land of ChatGPT, almost the exact same. We can see here ChatGPT shows it a bit different. There's a transparent background here. You can simply click the download button right here to download, and you're in business. Option number 4 is Photopea, which is a free Photoshop clone, and you can remove backgrounds pretty easily in Photopea. The nice thing about Photopea is you don't have to install any software. This is just a website. I did want to point out, if you have any problems using Photopea, you may want to try a different web browser. I personally have had the most success using Google Chrome. So here at the top, I'm going to go up to File, and I'm going to go to Open in Place, and I'll select my image from my hard drive. All right, and the image is going to show up. I'm going to drag it up here to the top left, and then I'm simply going to just drag this image now down, and I'll see how large I can get it. Okay, so to remove the background, what you want to do is make sure you have your layer selected. So here I've got my second layer selected. This is my background layer. This is my dog layer. So I have my layer selected. And now on the left-hand side, you're going to look for an eraser icon. If the eraser icon is not there, simply hover over and check it out. I'm looking, I'm not seeing it. But you do want to find this brush tool. So if you don't see the eraser icon, it's hidden under the brush tool. Hold down this brush tool icon and a bunch of other options will open. And now I'm going to go here to the eraser tool, the background eraser, or the magic eraser. I'm going to start off with the background eraser. So I'm going to click it, and we're going to see here at the top, we've got a size of the eraser. So we can see here how big the eraser is going to be. I can make it quite a bit bigger. You can see it changing in real time. And then I've also got a tolerance. And the tolerance is how much of the eraser is going to pick up the background versus the regular image. So I'm going to start off here at 40. I'm going to rasterize my image. And now I'm going to simply click and hold. And I can see now it's removing chunks of the background. Now, because my tolerance is too high, it removed part of the headphones. So I'm going to do Control Z or Control Z, that undoes this. And I'm going to move the tolerance now down to say 20. And I'll try this again. I'll click again. And we'll see now it's keeping some of the headset. So you can simply click and you can move along. You can also drag the eraser over the image as well, and it will work its best to read what the background is versus what the rest of the image is. So it does take some finesse, but you can definitely get there by simply working on the tolerance and having some patience. Option number 5 is Inkscape. Inkscape is a free program that you can download onto your PC. Just go to inkscape.org to grab it. So here, Inkscape, I'm going to go here to File and Open. All right, and I've selected my image from my hard drive. It's going to ask me to import my JPEG file. I'll click OK. So here is my file. Now there's no eraser tool like in Photoshop to simply start erasing, but what I can do is I can trace this and then I can remove the layers. So I'm going to go here up to Path, Trace Bitmap, and then here I've got a few different options. If I just go to Single Scan and Brightness Cutoff, I'm going to get a black and white image, which you might want, but in this case I'm going to go to Color. So I'm going up here to Multicolor, and then I'm going to select Colors, and I've got 8 scans. I'll update the preview, and that gets me something approximating what I have here. I could go up to many, many more colors. Those are a ton of different scans. I'm just going to leave it simple at around 8 scans. And then from here, I'll click Apply. And here I've rendered a vector. So I'm going to move this out. I'm going to click on the original image and delete it. So my vector has a background on it, and what I can do is I can double click on the black and I can remove the black out of it. So this can be really cool if you're looking for a certain effect. You can also change the color of this and make it a really nice photo negative if you want. So this won't work if you have a very complex image, like this doesn't really look like the original. However, if you have a very basic image with a very basic background, it can work better. So here I'm going to try this again. I'm going to click Path, Trace Bitmap. I'm going to go up here to Multicolor, Colors, and I'm just picking 8. Actually, I might go to 10 here, and I'll click Update Preview, and I'll click Apply. Here it's going to give me now a vector. I'll remove the original, and then from here, I can simply double click, and I can start removing pieces of the black. That's the background. So here I'm going to select this one, remove it off. And what this leaves me now is just the little baby Yoda, and there's some black inside it, but these are different layers. So it totally depends on the number of scans that you have. This can work really well if you have easy backgrounds that are sort of monochromatic or have very limited color. I hope you found this walkthrough helpful. Lots of different options for free to remove backgrounds. It totally depends on your image and your skill set and your patience. Here's another video where you can have some fun using some free tools.